Welcome back to Stellar Guy, where we dive into some of the best episodes of television's favorite sitcoms. Today, we're covering another memorable episode of Reba, titled Tea and Antipathy. This episode brings us a delightful mix of humor, family drama, and those heartfelt moments that have made Reba such a beloved show. Let's walk through the storyline and explore how the episode showcases the challenges and changes in the Hart household, along with some classic witty moments from Reba herself. The episode opens with Cheyenne struggling with her new responsibilities as a wife and soon-to-be mother. We see her fretting over how Reba folds Van's socks into balls instead of the way Van likes them, folded neatly. It's a small detail, but for Cheyenne, it feels significant as she tries to adjust to her new life of taking care of Van. She's eager to get everything right for her husband and take charge of their married life. But as Reba humorously points out, not everything in life goes according to plan. Things droop, Reba says, not just with socks, but in life as well. This little exchange sets the tone for the episode. Cheyenne is still trying to figure out what it means to be married, and Reba is there, guiding her with a mix of tough love and humor. Cheyenne, still adjusting to her role, complains that Van likes whole milk while she prefers 1%. But Reba, seeing the bigger picture, encourages Cheyenne to be responsible for her marriage and start taking care of these small details herself. When Cheyenne protests that she's too busy to run errands like grocery shopping, claiming that she's now a married woman, Reba takes the opportunity to gently remind her that being married doesn't mean everything revolves around her. "Wait until you're changing a poopy diaper in aisle 3, Reba quips, signaling that Cheyenne has much more to learn about responsibility. Meanwhile, Kyra is dealing with her own family issues. When Brock calls to schedule time with Kyra, she lies about having band practice to avoid spending time with him. Her relationship with Brock has been strained ever since he left Reba for Barbara Jean. While Kyra clearly harbors resentment, Reba steps in to try and mend the situation. She explains to Kyra that just because Brock is now with Barbara Jean, it doesn't mean that he loves her any less. This moment is classic Reba, putting her children's feelings above her own. Even though she has every reason to be bitter about Brock leaving her for Barbara Jean, she's more focused on making sure that Kyra maintains a healthy relationship with her father. Reba's wisdom here is poignant. She knows that harboring resentment won't do Kyra any good in the long run, and she gently nudges her daughter toward reconnecting with Brock. After some convincing, Kyra reluctantly agrees to spend the day with Brock, but only on the condition that it'll be the last time until she turns 25. Kyra's sarcastic humor is in full display here, adding a light-hearted moment to what is otherwise an emotionally charged situation. It's clear that Kyra, like her mother, uses humor as a defense mechanism. Back in the living room, Cheyenne and Van drop a bombshell. They've decided to move out of Reba's house and get their own apartment. They've found what they believe is the perfect place, complete with amenities like a pool and gym. Cheyenne and Van are excited to start their new life of independence, and they're bubbling with enthusiasm as they fill out the apartment application. The problem, of course, comes when they reach the section on monthly income. The young couple has no steady jobs or income to rely on, and their dreams of moving out suddenly seem more like wishful thinking than a feasible plan. Still, they are determined to prove they're ready for adulthood. Reba, watching this unfold, tries to give them a reality check. She asks how they plan to afford the rent, utilities, and other expenses that come with moving out. The couple's response? They plan to rely on a small loan from their parents until they can secure jobs. Van optimistically mentions that he's going to learn to mow. Reba, seeing the humor and naivety in their plan, remains supportive but firm, reminding them that moving out is a big responsibility that requires financial stability. As Cheyenne and Van contemplate their future, Brock arrives at Reba's house to spend time with Kyra. However, Kyra has once again found an excuse to avoid spending the day with him. Reba confronts Brock about letting Kyra get away with this behavior, pointing out that he needs to make more of an effort to connect with his daughter. Brock confesses that Kyra intimidates him. He admits that her sarcastic wit and sharp tongue often leave him feeling unsure of what to say. It's a humorous yet vulnerable moment that shows Brock's struggle to maintain a relationship with his daughter. Reba, never one to let Brock off easy, tells him that he needs to step up and plan something special for Kyra, something that will allow them to bond face to face, not just sit through a movie in silence. Brock agrees and decides to take Kyra on a date, hoping to win back her affection with a fun day out. While Kyra and Brock work on their relationship, Van and Cheyenne receive an unexpected gift from Van's parents, a brand new truck. Van's parents, who initially disowned him for marrying Cheyenne, have now come around and are showering their son with gifts in a bid to make amends. The truck is the ultimate gesture of guilt, and Van is over the moon about it. But the surprises don't stop there. Van's parents also invite him to move back into their home, which is much larger and more luxurious than Reba's house. Cheyenne is thrilled at the idea, picturing herself living in a mansion with a maid who folds socks. For Cheyenne, it feels like a dream come true. She'll finally have the life she's always wanted. However, there's a catch. Van's parents don't want Cheyenne to move in, just Van. This revelation shatters Cheyenne's excitement, and she's left feeling rejected and hurt. Van, torn between his loyalty to Cheyenne and his desire to please his parents, is faced with a difficult choice. Once again, Reba steps in to offer guidance. She encourages Van to stand by his wife and their future child, reminding him that being a man means making tough choices and standing up for the people you love. Reba's advice resonates with Van, who decides to confront his parents and stand up for Cheyenne. In a powerful moment, Van tells his parents that he won't move in without Cheyenne. He explains that they are a team, and if his parents can't accept Cheyenne, then he can't accept their offer. It's a defining moment for Van, who shows maturity and loyalty by putting his family first, even if it means giving up the comfort and luxury his parents are offering. Cheyenne is touched by Van's decision, realizing that he truly has her back. Despite the allure of a mansion and a life of luxury, they both understand that their future lies in building a life together, even if that means staying under Reba's roof a little longer. Meanwhile, Brock's attempt to bond with Kyra hits a comedic snag. He takes her to a tea house, thinking it will be a fun and fancy father-daughter outing. However, Kyra, with her no-nonsense attitude, is far from impressed. She finds the whole tea house experience ridiculous, especially since it seems geared more towards 6-year-old girls than teenagers. Realizing his mistake, Brock apologizes and agrees to take Kyra to a movie instead, something more up her alley. It's a small but meaningful gesture, showing that Brock is willing to put in the effort to repair his relationship with his daughter, even if it means letting go of his original plans. By the end of the episode, Cheyenne and Van have learned a valuable lesson about what it truly means to be adults. They've realized that independence isn't just about finding your own space or living in a fancy house. It's about taking responsibility for your actions, standing by the people you love, and making decisions that reflect your values. At the same time, Kyra and Brock's relationship has taken a small step forward. While they're not completely reconciled, Brock's willingness to listen to Kyra and adjust his plans shows that he's committed to rebuilding their bond, one step at a time. That wraps up our breakdown of Reba's Tea and Antipathy here on Stellar Guy. This episode delivered all the humor, heart, and life lessons we've come to love from the show. If you enjoyed this recap, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into your favorite TV shows. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.